The story begins with two baby bears playing happily. While playing, they come across their mother, who calls her sons, Roger and Rocky, over to her. Rocky asks their mother about the locket she always wears. She explains that it contains pictures of both of them, along with a moon and stars, telling them that the star represents Rocky and the moon represents Roger. One night, they see a fire in the forest, and their mother moves towards it. Rocky and Roger follow her, but when they arrive, they see their mother has disappeared into the flames. Despite calling for her, she does not return. The brothers search for her, but to no avail. Eventually, feeling despondent, Rocky tells Roger that their mother has left them. Sometime later, we see that Rocky and Roger have grown up, but they still think about their mother. Roger expresses that if only she would return, he would never let her leave again. Rocky, however, feels anger and insists that if their mother did come back, he would first ask her why she abandoned them. Just then, a man named John approaches them, introducing a robot that is going to take them to an exhibition. Along the way, a girl who is a brilliant scientist joins them. They all arrive at the robot exhibition, where Rocky is thrilled by the new sights and runs around excitedly, while Roger tries to keep him in check. Suddenly, one of the robots malfunctions and starts throwing cake everywhere. The girl, named Silat, steps forward, connects her laptop to the robot, and tries to fix it. At that moment, the most talented scientist at the robot exhibition, Dr. Roland, also arrives on the scene. The robot gets fixed easily, and Roland recognizes Scarlett and asks her if she is Professor Sue's daughter. Scarlett replies yes, and asks Roland if he knows her mother, to which Roland says yes, mentioning that Sue was the best professor at their exhibition. Just then, Vicky arrives and hands Scarlett her bag, from which a locket falls out. This locket was the same one their mother used to wear, surprising both brothers. Rocky and Roger come over and suggest that maybe Silent can tell them something about their mother. Suddenly, the lights at the exhibition go out, and smoke fills the room as a villain arrives with many robots, scanning everyone. The villain is after Scarlett, but just before he can catch her, Roger saves her. Joan arrives in his van, and they all get in to escape. However, the villain's robot continues to pursue them. A strong robot crashes into them, causing their van to start falling into a ravine, but Joan's van has jets that prevent them from falling. They manage to escape, but the robot doesn't give up and gets on top of them, making Vicky lose control of the van, and they all end up caught in a tsunami, landing on an island. They all wake up with their eyes on iron, confused about how to get back home. The brothers ask Scarlett how she got their mother's locket, but she is puzzled about how they are talking to her. Joan tries to calm everyone down, suggesting there might be a glitch in their programming. The brothers then break their suits, revealing they are not robots. Roger asks Scarlett if she knows anything about their mother, and she confirms that she did know her, and was about to tell them something when the same robot that was chasing them arrives. But then, a pink robot shows up. Scarlett had stopped him, but then he began to run away with everyone else, away from the robot. However, the robot wouldn't let Roger and Rocky escape, and the two got separated from the others. At that moment, the robot stood up, its helmet now broken. Roger and Rocky saw that their mother was inside the suit, and they were both shocked. Rocky started to move toward her, but the bear knocked him away with great force. Roger then shouted at her, asking why she had left them alone as children. The bear replied that she was not their mother. Roger pointed out that her fur was white, while their mother's fur was not. Suddenly, with the help of a machine, the bear located Scarlett's position. Roger tried to prevent the bear from going after her, knowing that Scarlett would lead her to their real mother. He grabbed the machine that could track Scarlett and threw it toward Rocky. Rocky thought it was some kind of food and ate it. Now, the bear insisted on taking Rocky along because the machine was in his stomach, and only by staying with him could she track the location. Rocky told Roger that he had a plan, so they both started heading toward her. However, Rocky's plan was pretty useless, so Roger started to run away with him. No matter how hard they tried to escape, the bear was getting closer. Just then, Rocky came across a shiny object, and a large container was about to fall on them. At that moment, a lady arrived and kicked the container away, saving Rocky's life. Later, while Rocky was washing up, Roger thanked the lady and mentioned that Rocky was his only family in this world. Still, the lady showed no compassion and took Rocky to search for Scarlett. They arrived at a strange place where she told the two brothers to stay quiet because robotic dogs might be nearby. However, Rocky made a loud noise, alerting all the guard dogs, which surrounded them. The lady then began to fight the dogs to protect both boys, but because of all the noise, Rocky started to feel dizzy, and the machine popped out of his stomach. The lady picked up the machine and spoke to the villain, revealing that he had her child captive, forcing her to do all of this. Roger witnessed this and began to understand why the lady was acting this way. Soon, they all reached Scarlett and the others, but Roger stopped the lady from getting to Silent. Scarlett is asked about what happened to her mother. She explains that she searched for her mother extensively, but couldn't find her. Then, to save Scarlet, Roger begins fighting with the lady, and they both fall into a ravine, where a lot of metal falls on them, trapping them below. They try hard to escape, but nothing works. As they talk, they grow closer. Suddenly, the villain Scrub arrives and takes both Scarlet and the lady onto his ship. Scarlet asks Scrub how he found her mother's robotic component, as he uses that chip to control all his robots. Scrub refuses to answer her. The lady demands that Scrub return her child, stating that she did everything he asked, but Scrub retorts that he had to do all the work, so he won't return her child. At that moment, Roger, Rocky, and Scarlet arrive and attack Scrub's robots. Scrub then begins electrocuting the lady, causing her significant pain, yet she keeps insisting on getting her child back. Scrub shows her that what she believed was her child is merely an illusion, as he has erased her memory. Roger realizes that the lady is actually his real mother. Scrub then starts rummaging through Scarlet's bag for something. He shows her the locket, and as she looks at it, memories start to flood back. Just then, Roger stands up and tells her that she is his real mother. Rocky begins to free his mother from the chair that Roger was also getting shocked from, but he doesn't care about that, and tears the wire, causing a huge blast that sends everyone into the water. The explosion triggers the woman's memory, and she jumps in to rescue both her children. Afterward, they are all together, feeling happy because they've found their lost mother after so many years. Later, Roger asks his mother how her hair turned white, and if she remembers the night she disappeared. However, she can't recall anything about that night. Then, Roger goes to get Rocky, and suddenly, something happens to their mother's hand, causing her to go straight to Scarlet. This reveals that Rocky and Roger's mother is a robot, and her hand is malfunctioning. Scarlet starts to repair her, and they discover that Scrub had altered their memories, making her forget her real children and believe that this illusion was her son. They show her a video from that night when the house caught fire, revealing that Scarlet's mother was injured in the same house. Just then, Scrub appears and shoots Rocky and Roger's mother. Professor Roland also arrives and shoots Scarlet's mother, revealing that he is behind all of this. Roland then comes after Scrub, and after a moment, Roger arrives but doesn't see anyone at first. He eventually spots Roland and Scrub with his mother and tries to stop them. He realizes from his mother's hand that she is a robot, and she tells him to stay away, insisting that she is not really his mother. This infuriates Roger. He tells his mother that she can't be his mother, and then the three of them leave. Roger, feeling quite sad, starts to walk away when he notices the locket. He throws it away, and suddenly the room transforms into a jungle illusion. Through this illusion, Roger realizes that Scarlet had met the two brothers in the forest, and their mother had created a robot with the mission to take care of them. Over time, the robot fell in love with them and became their true mother. Feeling disappointed, Roger accidentally steps on a laptop, triggering a video from that night when his mother saved him from dying. Roland Scrub had erased all data about his mother and took her away. Now, Roger understands how much his mother loved Rocky. Then he starts hearing Jonah's voice, who explains everything that Roland and Scrub did. Rocky also arrives, and the two brothers discuss how to bring back their mother and everyone else. Meanwhile, Roland is demanding to know the whereabouts of Scarlet's real mother. Just then, the two brothers show up, ready to rescue everyone, but Roland's robots easily capture them. Scarlet tells Roland that there was no special research by her mother, and that the best research she did involved creating Roger and Rocky's mother, which contained true feelings. This infuriates Roland because he had been pursuing a project that never existed. He starts revealing what he did to many people to stay on top, and admits he had harmed Scarlet because she was surpassing him. Suddenly, lights turn on, revealing that Jonah has brought in all the big shots who now realize that Roland is not a good person. Roland laughs and jumps into the water, emerging with a giant robot to attack everyone. Roger and Rocky join their mother to fight the robot and save the people, but despite their efforts, the robot is too strong and fast. Just then, Scarlet arrives with a bunch of pink robots to help them. With Roger's plan, they disable Roland's robot using its laser. When Roger goes to confront Roland, he activates his self-destruct mode and escapes far away. To stop him, Roger's mother places him in a capsule and takes the robot away to protect everyone. Roger tries to stop her, but she doesn't listen, and a massive explosion occurs. The next morning, we see both brothers feeling dejected. Scarlet is trying to recreate their mother. After some time, she successfully brings her back, and the brothers reunite with their mother, filling them with joy. The movie ends on this happy note.